All you gotta do is put it in here. Okay, for breeding we have two bowls. We have the $1 bowl. This is how I put food inside. If you have a whole bird, you can cut the fence, the feather by the fence. If you want to wean your birds younger, you can. Hi guys, Icy Loft here at Invest Wide World. Today we're going to be talking about how to keep breeding cheaper. So here's some tips. All you need are some jugs. These jugs you can get from any grocery stores. You can just buy some juice, milk, and use them up, and then you can just cut a square in this area right here. I like to cut it where the hole is because it's a little easier to measure it, just from the bottom to the top. You need a knife to puncture a hole so you can cut it with a scissor. You can cut it with a scissor after. There you go, you have the first one. Now I got two of them. Make sure to try to keep the cap, just so it keeps the feed a little more clean. I use to hold them in place so they don't move around. I just use some rubber bands. All you gotta do is put it in here, like this. Put a rubber band, either right here or right here. Here should be fine. Put it here. Drop it. Gonna hold it in place. You do have to replace the rubber bands once in a while, just like this. And then I keep this cardboard here so they don't go on top, so they don't knock the food down or perch up here and poop in it. And all you have to do is get some zip ties and just make some holes. Zip tie a cardboard here. Make sure it's a little long enough. This way the birds don't go and perch on top. I'm thinking about adding some to the drinkers too soon. But most of them have the cardboards. Here's the next one that I'm using it for. All good now. Okay, for breeding we have two bowls. We have the $1 bowls, dog bowls, that you can get from Dollar Tree or dollar store. And you have these better bowls that you can order them. If you're just starting off, you can just get these. They work fine. They're about the same size as well, as you can see. But make sure to put the newspapers or put some nesting materials so the birds don't sleep around a lot, because this is plastic, so it's a little slippery. These, I never buy any new ones. I usually just get used ones from people, and so that's why I have them. And they're just a little better and like staying in place, and they just look better. So I've been using these for a very long time now. So if you're just starting off, these would be cheaper. You can get a bunch of them. There's different colors as well. So during the winter, I like to bring my eggs inside because I just find that they hatch better and hatch at the same time. So one baby isn't as big as the other one. And if I don't have plastic eggs, like fake eggs or wooden eggs, then I just get an egg from a foster that they laid, and I just keep it for next time to use it. You can use it for next time, just to put an egg under them so they don't get stressed, or they don't move they don't destroy the nesting material or the nest bowl, because they will look for the egg. So yeah, I keep some and I use it for the foster or the parents, the main peers, so that they don't get stressed out or ruin the nesting materials on the bowls. This is how I put food inside, like this. For these, I made it a little bigger, so it's a little easier to just dump it. These trays that I bought from Judge. You could also use the half-gallon jugs for grit, but this is what I'm using for my grit. You can get it off of Jed's, or any Pigeon supply. You can look at what they have. Another good tip is to shake your grit and blow into it so the dust and stuff can come out. That way you don't waste a lot of grit. Another good tip is if one of the young bird is growing bigger than the other one, you can add that one to another pair so they can all grow the same, as long as they're close to age. That blue check back there is about the same size as these. So once they're big like this, you can do that, because they will only be feeding on greens and not milk. Here is the other one that's smaller. So I leave him alone, or I leave it alone with the parents, so that it can get more food to grow. The sibling, the nestmate, is already a little bit bigger and is already growing some feathers underneath. Another way is if you have two pairs that only have one baby and they're about the same size, you can put the other baby to the pair with one baby as well. Just make sure to mark the baby that you're switching to, or band it first before you switch it. This one is not the same as that one. The one in the back is off of Blue Phoenix. This one is off of the Grandson Picasso. A way to organize is to get some Ziploc or something that is waterproof. You can put paper in it. This is my Florida Pier number 5, Florida Derby Pier. And over here would be my Florida Derby Pier number 2. And I also have this bag with the band, the Purple Heart band, and what band they are and from what pier. That way I don't get confused when there's so many young birds. Down here is my backup for Purple Heart. Same thing up here. Another good tip is to write down the bird's what the egg is off from if you're fostering it. So you can just write initials. Just like this. VP stand for Blue Phoenix. Just like this. Another tip is if you have an old bird, you can cut the vents, the feather by the vents. You cut it over here, around here. That way, since they're older, they can fill the eggs better. You can also give them some vitamin E pills or red cell or whatever vitamin, mineral stuff you have. It will help them to fill in eggs. Doesn't always work, but it gives you a higher chance to have an old cock fill eggs. If you're using cages, you can put something for them to stand on or sit on. I was trying this out, but it looks like this isn't as good as the plank of wood over here. The plank of wood is better. That way they can stand on it. If you can't get nest pads, or you want to go a little cheaper route, you can use straws, hay straws. When you take them out, just shake them. That way it's not too dusty. You can just add it to the nest bowl. And they'll fix it themselves. Sometimes they'll remove the whole thing, but you just have to put it again, put the straws again, maybe a couple days before they're gonna lay, maybe like 32 days. If they lay and there's a little bit of hay only in there and there's already an egg, you can just put straws in it and put the eggs on top and they'll fix it. This is what I use for lice, pigeon lice on them. This works. You just have to spray every 1 to 2 months. Gets rid of all the lice on them. I've been using this for a while now. It works great. Been using for a couple years, ever since I started way back when I was a kid. You can get these almost anywhere. Here's another tip. If you want to wean your birds younger, you can, to help your breeders recover or to give them a break. As long as they are starting to grow some feathers underneath like this, you would just have to hand feed them. Hand feed them, keep an eye on them until they learn how to eat by themselves. Teach them how to drink water. If they don't drink any water, you can get a syringe and syringe water into their mouth. Also, the older young birds will also help feed them too, so you just have to check on them once or twice a day and all you have to do is have some small seeds, mainly small seeds, so it's easier for them. And all I do is grab their head, open their mouth, pour it in here. Full now. Teach them how to drink by dipping their beak in. Just so they learn. They learn how to drink by themselves. This is what I feed. Here's another one. Alright, this guy is full now too. This guy does not like being handled at all. Full. So another reason why I like to wean them a little earlier is so they can start learning faster. These two are already eating on their own a little bit already. But I still help feed a little more, just so they have some extra food in them. I also give them some ideal peels when I wean them, help them grow. That one that just ran away might be a good bird. A lot of vitality in that bird. This guy has a lot of vitality. If you're pairing up birds and they're bothering each other, or you pair up two different birds that they were recently together and you put them next to each other, you can just put a cardboard in between, unless you have nest boxes, but that will help prevent them from bothering the other birds. Also stay tuned for the next video for the 200 subscriber giveaway. I'll be announcing what the giveaway is for the next video. Another tip is you could give them regular feed and maybe mix some chicken or bird mix and mix it with another mix of pigeon feed for a higher quality like Versalaga, and mix it so it saves some money. Then you can add some safflower or sunflower, and usually you want to add or increase the safflower before the eggs are gonna hatch, and you keep adding extra safflower to your feed when they have babies. That way it helps them grow better and help them stay fat. I don't use peanuts because peanuts fall a lot through the grates, to the trays, so I only use it during the very cold temperatures or when the temperatures are dropping at night. But I think safflower is easier for the young birds to digest anyways, but it's a smaller seed and it's a lot cheaper than peanuts for sure. So I would go with safflower if I had to pick the peanuts. I've been using safflowers for a couple years now, and I like it more than peanuts. Peanuts are good, but not always ideal to use. Also add some corn to my feed when it's cold, some extra corn, and that's about it. Thank you for watching. Please leave a like, a comment, and subscribe. If you like the tips and the stuff I've talked about, please leave a comment about what you like or what other ideas you have to keep the sport a little more cheaper. If you have any ideas to save some money, share it in the comments, because this sport is only gonna get more expensive. If you're gonna do it competitively, then it will be more expensive. Thank you for watching.